Hello, everybody. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to the beginning of the week. How's everybody doing on this fine, fine Monday? Lovely morning. Lovely, lovely, lovely morning, everybody. Una mattina. Don't worry, we're gonna get to singing. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're gonna get to singing. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Hello, the high guy 420. Me, 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 me. Welcome to the Valenti broadcast. Una mattina mi sono alzato, un bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor. Oh partigiano, portami via. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, that's you. Portami via, che mi sento di morire. That's you, you're the partigiano. Il partigiano, il partigiano. Speaking of il partigiano, I've started playing Ark Raiders. Does Ark Raiders take place in Italy? Because I'm playing it and my buddy's like, we gotta go to the hospital, and I'm like looking around and I see a building and it says ospedale, and I'm like, well, that says hospital, but are we in Italy? Ospedale! And then I find a gun and it's like, Il Toro! It says it's Il Toro. I'm like, this game take place in post-apocalyptic Italy? What the fuck? It takes place in post-apocalyptic Italy, right? Kamala's running again? Of course she is, dude, of course. Il Toro. Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome to the Valenti broadcast. It's 10:19 a.m. Eastern Standard on November 24th, 2025. It's a Monday morning. Last night, Donald Trump could not sleep. Couldn't sleep. And so he went on a long tirade about mass executing every Democrat in this nation. Yeah. Mao Zedong. But no, fucking, Kamala 2028 shirts just dropped. Let me see. Yeah, they did. Ugh, ew. Fucking ew. Ew. He ain't wrong. Look at this. I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday season no matter what you celebrate. Absolutely. My concern about the Kamala 2028 shit is like a lot more libs are going to fall for that than you think. It's weird. Hardcore or just Republicans are very online in terms of posting, right? And then leftists like myself are very online. And the thing is, a lot of the people that you follow or that you see or that you would recognize, you would immediately assume are like me. You would assume they're a leftist, but they're not. And you're going to find out once Kamala announces her campaign. You're going to see a lot of these quote-unquote leftist content creators start to shill for Kamala Harris again. And it's going to be real bad. Like let me explain at least one thing to you. Harry Sisson, Parker Get a Job, I don't know his last name. Parker Get a Job is his account name. And Dean Withers. Those three, they will ride for Kamala. When this comes, they will ride for Kamala, okay? I fucking guarantee that. You might look at them doing their debates. Hi, Mayor 2000. You might look at them in their debates and assume that they're not gonna support her. No, they're gonna. They're absolutely gonna ride for her. Same thing with Aaron Parnas. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Let's primary content creators? That's funny. That's funny. Okay, so Let's just go through a little bit of the breaking. Oh, first of all, I don't know if you guys heard this, but remember the peace plan that Trump gave to Ukraine and Russia? And I covered this a couple of months back, and I was like, dude, this is crazy. It's sort of like Russia wrote this thing. It seems like Russia gave him a list of demands. You guys remember that? And I was like, this is crazy, man. None of this is good. It turns out Russia wrote it. Like, not even joking. Like, it was translated from Russian. It was a Russian wish list. And this isn't according to me. This is according to Marco Rubio, right? It was an actual wish list written by the Russians, translated into English, and then we pretended like it was ours. Joseph Stalin. Like, brothers, you couldn't make this up. DSA not like pew-pews? No, we do. Bro, there's also the Socialist Rifle Association. It's the socialist counter to the NRA. But, yeah, so, isn't that fucking nuts? We're gonna get that story queued up. U.S. and Russia hail peace plan talks. Let's get this one queued just in case. Slender Man Waukesha stabbing. Ugh. U.S. Senator slams Republicans. That one. Oh, yeah, the G20. All right, so get this. So Trump decided to essentially boycott the G20 summit, right? Which, I don't know where it was, but it wasn't here. It wasn't in the United States. He decided to boycott it, and then at the tail end, they realized, they said, wait a minute. Next year, the G20 summit, I don't care if the Slenderman girl got out. That's not, it's not news to me. What ended up, it was in Brazil. Okay, what ends up happening is Trump realizes towards the end of the G20 that the next G20 summit is going to be in the United States of America, in Miami, at a Trump golf course or some shit. And at the end of the G20 summit, there is like a ceremony, like the passing of the gavel, right? Literally, like, because like the gavel represents the beginning and the end of the meeting, and it's like given to one nation, the nation that's hosting it, and then when the meeting ends, the gavel is passed to the next nation that is holding the G20 summit, right? So there's supposed to be a ceremony, and there's always been a ceremony. Long story short, Trump realized at the end, like, oh, fuck, since we're boycotting it, we don't have any American representatives there. How are we supposed to get the gavel for the next meeting? So they sent in, like, American representatives just for the gavel ceremony, and the G20 leaders were like, no, you're not coming in. And they literally locked the doors. They're like, no. They locked out the American representatives. They're like, you're not coming in. You're not allowed in. You weren't here for the entire fucking summit. We're not going to have you here for the ending. And I know that's not really a big thing, but it's just another example of how fucking embarrassing and pathetic our goddamn regime is. It's fucking insane. Trump expected to unveil new healthcare cost proposal. Yeah, my fucking ass. I'm gonna need your entire 401k. I love you from Saudi Arabia. Thank you for shitting at MBS. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. I hope any Saudis in the chat understand. Any foreigner in the chat needs to understand. My president might do some fuck shit with your demented ass leader. I know many of you have totally fine leaders, but if you're from a foreign nation, you probably have a demented ass leader too. I'm American. We've got a demented ass leader. When my leader meets with your leader, I'm gonna shit. I'm gonna take off my pants, I'm gonna spread my ass cheeks, and I'm gonna dookie all over your leader, my leader, and perhaps your nation. Now, this does not mean that I'm insulting you personally. I'm not a fucking alt-right douchebag son of a bitch that thinks that people represent the entire collective. They don't. But I'm fighting fire with fire, and I'm in the business of winning. So if Trump invites somebody like Mohammed bin Salman to the Oval Office, which he did, I'll say, hey, Trump, you know that the Saudis did 9/11? And then somebody in the chat who's from Saudi Arabia might go, I did not. These are lies. And I'll say, well, no, of course you did not, but your leadership did. And because of that, because of the game we're playing, and because I have a nation full of uneducated, toothless fucking hicks who have barely even, most of them don't even have a GED or a high school diploma, I've got to meet them where they are. I can't say, the leader of your nation, Mohammed bin Salman, helped orchestrate 9/11 with the collaboration of Al-Qaeda through Osama bin Laden, a billionaire. No. I'm just going to say the Saudis did 9/11. Una mattina. I hope you understand that, and I hope you are prepared. No matter what nation you're from, chat, you're gonna get this smoke. At some point, some of you fuckers, I know a bunch of yous are foreign. I don't know where you're from, but I'll find out and I'm gonna shit on your fucking nation. Through love, through peace. I love you. I love this. I love you. But I just, this is what equality is. I love all of yous, and I gotta shit on all of yous equally. This ain't kumbaya, motherfucker. This is, we got problems and we gotta feel better. All right. Get this one up. Bella trow. Thank you, President of the United States 2032. I will not be old enough in 2032. I am 28 years old. You have to be 35 years old to run for President of the United States of America, which means the only election cycle where I will be young enough will be in 2036. 2036 is the rise of the Volent. That is when Valentism becomes a true ideology. Hey, Marx did it. Don't forget, people are Marxists, and Karl Marx was just his name. And that egotistical, narcissistic son of a bitch, just like me, made it an ideology. So I'm just going to do the same thing, all right? We're just going to be Valentists, all right? All right? All right? You can run for Congress. Why would I climb the ladder when Donald Trump just proved, or not just, but Donald Trump proved that it's not real? What does that say? Erica Kirk is 8 weeks pregnant and Charlie has been dead for 10? That can't be real. That's not real. Charlie died on 9/11, right? So, or 9/10. So that's 4, 5, 6. No, Charlie died, how many weeks ago is that? It's fake, she's not? Oh, okay. No, she's not fucking pregnant. She's not pregnant. Lying bastards. Just fat. See, I hate Erica Kirk. She's not fat. No, she's not fat. I wish I could use that one, but she's not. She's not fat. Allegedly, Usha Vance hasn't been wearing her ring. You play Hoi 4? Nah. Anyway, all right. Let's start the show, huh? Start the show? I should probably blast off. Hold on. I gotta blast off on TikTok. Live on YouTube. 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 Oh, I hate doing that. I hate doing that shit. God, I hate blasting off. All right, that's on TikTok. Now I gotta do Instagram. Oh. Live on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube.com. I'm live at youtube.com/Valenti videos. Ah! You got headphones in? Sorry about that, brother. You just peaked your mic like crazy. I should, what do I need on there? It's something, what is it? A noise gate? Filters, edit filters. I have a noise gate on there. Or a limiter? What is it, a limiter? Ho! 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 All right. How's that? I put it there. I put the limiter up here. Is that good? Is that good? Is that good? I put the limiter there. I just changed the limiter. How's that? Oh. Fuck, dude. How's that? As long as it don't hit 0 decibels. Noise gate and limiter and compressor. Let me see what I have. Hold on. I have a limiter and a noise gate. I don't have a compressor. What does a compressor do? What if I add a compressor? What's going to happen? Compressor. Add. Now, what do I do with this? It says attack. Why does it say attack? Why does it say attack? What is this? Attack. Why does it say attack? Look, I'll show you. Attack! Attack! All right, we're going to keep it the way it is. I think we're just going to keep it the way it is. All right? All right. Filters, edit filters. All right, before we do get fully and completely started, last check on the noise gate. How's that? How's that? Okay, is this good? Final checks. What do you think about Zoran telling the DSA not to primary Hakeem Jeffries? I didn't even know about this. Hold on. Where do we find this? Tells DNC not to primary Hakeem Jeffries. Ugh, Yahoo. Fuck you. Where do I find this? Now you sound like Barbara Walters. House Dem leader Hakeem Jeffries has awkward pause when asked about. No, that's not it. That's an old one. I guarantee you he did not say this shit. I mean, it doesn't sound like something Zoran would say. Where did he say this? When did he say this? How do I find this? Thank you, Master Payne, for becoming a loyalist. Trevor, do you know where I would find that? Oh, DSA, not DNC. Sorry. Mamdani urges DSA not to endorse a challenger for Jeffries. Zoran, what are you doing? Let's get him on the wall. Time for an interrogation, Zoran. What are you talking about? Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani urged that an endorsement of a left-leaning ally, Chiose, we love Chiose, would hurt his efforts to secure mainstream Democratic support for his proposals. Zoran. Did you fuck me? Did you fuck me, Zoran? What are you doing? What? See, here's okay. We're gonna read this, but this seems like he believes that he is the best representative for socialism, and that if you start, yanking out more of them, that these people are not as polished as him, and they're gonna not be able to handle the attacks, right? Because as we've seen, Zoran, we saw Zoran's fucking masterclass in the Oval. He's a professional. That shit was rehearsed, orchestrated, right? It seems like he's concerned, or at least the way that I'm picking up, he's probably concerned that these people are not going to be able to handle the attacks that will come at them for being socialists, and that they'll end up ruining the face of the movement. Now, I don't exactly agree with him, but let's read a little bit of this. Of all the Democratic Socialists who piled into a Manhattan church on Wednesday evening, none had the cachet of the man handed a microphone toward the meeting's close. Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani offered some pleasantries. Hello, friends. Zoran, he, him, Queens, DSA, before launching into his mission, torpedoing the candidacy of a left-leaning ally, Councilman Shi Osei, who was attempting to unseat Representative Hakeem Jeffries, the top House Democrat. Mr. Mamdani urged the New York chapter of Democratic Socialists of America not to endorse Mr. Osei. Here's the thing, guys. I do want to say one thing. This is why the DSA is superior. I understand that Zoran is not endorsing Mr. Osei, but I'm pretty sure the DSA is going to do it anyway. The DSA is a fucking organization. It's like a political party. And this isn't like the MAGA cult. I'm fairly certain, mark my words on this, come back here when I'm right, that the DSA will choose to endorse Shi Osei. DSA, Shi Osei. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? But I am certain that the DSA will endorse Shi, regardless of what Zoran does. Why need an organization? Because it's a movement. What do you mean? It's a political party. The Democratic Socialists of America is an entire, we're trying to create a political party that is actual, opposition, rather than the Democrat, Republican, two wings of the same shitbird establishment. We want, real opposition, leftist opposition. Let's keep reading. Not really surprised that Zoran pulled this. I am. All right. Mr. Mamdani urged not to endorse Mr. Osei, making public what the mayor-elect had argued in private for months. He believes if Mr. Jeffries faces a strenuous challenge from the left, it might weaken his ability to secure mainstream Democratic support for his proposals. So I guess what Zoran is saying is that he wants to essentially convert the establishment Dems into socialists rather than replace the establishment Dems with socialists. I vehemently disagree. I do not think that is the way forward. These people have proven, at least the older generation, the old guard, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, Nancy Pelosi, they have proven time and time again that they are not here to play ball. They're not here to play the game. They're here to benefit off of the institution that already exists. They're not here to play the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Listen, and here's the thing. I know that a lot of people might be like, oh my God, Chris, you're disagreeing with Zoran. Guys, he's not my idol. He's not my God. He's not my king. He's my mayor. He's the mayor of New York City. He's a socialist, a young Muslim socialist that ran and won. You're allowed to disagree with your leaders. Do not be the MAGA cult where you have to ride no matter what, even if you disagree. No, point it out and say you fucking disagree with it. There's no such thing as a perfect politician. Granted, though, I'm still curious to see what he does as mayor. There's only one thing that matters, or not only one thing, but one thing that matters a lot more than his endorsements is his time as mayor. He's not even fucking sworn in yet. I'm so curious to know what his plan is with that logic. I mean, I think I understand it. It's that these people who are already in power have connections. They have the connections that a new guard wouldn't have, like a new person in these positions. So maybe, you know, Zoran is like, I want to convert these people into socialism by showing them that they will get primaried. They will lose their seats if they don't tack left. Almost like a last chance, you know, because they have the connections. You convert these people into socialists and they have those connections, that could fucking help. I don't know. The DSA already voted against endorsing Chiosei. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Hold on, let's see. DSA votes not to endorse Chiosei. You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. You gotta be fucking kidding me. DSA group votes against backing Hakeem Jeffries' primary challenger as Mamdani flexes power in Socialist Party. You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. Oh my God. Aren't you in the DSA? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. That's not good. That's not good, gang. Last Wednesday, Councilmember Osei addressed members at the Electoral Working Group at a candidate forum. Following his remark, EWG members engaged in a robust debate over the merits of Osei's candidates. Excuse me. At the conclusion of the forum, we opened an online vote for the members who RSVP'd to the forum, asking whether the EWG should recommend Councilmember Osei for endorsement in New York District 08. Given that Councilmember Osei failed to win support for a recommendation of endorsement from a majority of voting members, the Electoral Working Group OC does not make a recommendation for endorsement at this time. NYC DSA forever, I'm not going anywhere. Well, at least he didn't take it personally. Well, I'll tell you this much, guys. It was a vote. It was a vote. At least it wasn't a goddamn, that's a New York Post. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? They've got direct fucking quotes from statements that the people fucking made. What? Are they gonna risk getting fucking sued for completely fabricating quotes made by these people? Who gives a fucking shit? Anyway, Jesus Christ. At least this was a democratic vote. At least this is a real fucking vote. Don't refer to the fucking Post, please. Ban this cocksucker. Suck my fucking dick. I'm reading fucking quotes from a goddamn statement that happens to be gathered by the New York Post. Ban this cocksucker. Fuck you. What the fuck? Yeah, I read straight off Fox News. Jesus Christ. Anyway, obliged. Thank you. Cheers. It's not like I'm reading a fucking opinion piece. They got direct fucking quotes. Jesus Christ. You'll be old enough in 2023. Are you dyslexic? Anyway. That's not good. I don't like that. Not a fan of this. I will say it was a vote. I didn't fucking vote, but it was a vote. It's not like Zoran is the king, and he said, we're not endorsing him. And then the DSA said, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. No, it seems like they got a majority vote not to endorse him. That's democracy for you, baby. Mamdani don't seem so great after all. I mean, I just think this is a mistake. Guys, he's still not even the mayor. He is still not sworn in. We got to see how he does as fucking mayor. Just because he made one, not a mistake. That's not a mistake. That is a decision he made. Just because he made one decision that you don't agree with does not mean that his entire fucking career is over. He's still got to be sworn in. All right. What else do we got? U.S. and Ukraine hail progress in talks on refined peace deal. Hold on, there was something, what is this?
Whether you believe that President Trump is in fact...
Dude, what do you mean? He called him a fascist to his fucking face, and your perfect and humble leader stopped him. Well, first he said, go ahead, you could say it, and then he said yes. Dude, these people genuinely actually live in a completely different reality. I fucking love Kyle. All right. What did I want to pull up? I wanted to pull up the fact that that goddamn peace proposal was actually made by Russia. Ukraine peace proposal made by Russia.
Throughout the weekend, I have made it clear that I believe this is a Russian proposal. I hope that tomorrow's negotiations in Geneva focus on a real framework for negotiation that guarantees an outcome that benefits Ukraine rather than Russia. I think any real peace plan needs to be sustainable and backed by Ukraine's government and its people. It should be developed in full consideration and consultation with our allies who are going to help guarantee a ceasefire and any long-term peace deal.
U.S. senators say that Marco Rubio told them Trump's Ukraine peace plan is a Russian wish list. The administration was not responsible for the release in its current form. It's looking more like it was written in Russian to begin with. Jesus Christ, dude. The Russians have so much blackmail on Donald that they're literally writing peace deals and translating them from Russian to English, handing them to Donald, and Donald is forced to go through with it. Our president is compromised. Our president is completely and utterly compromised. It's unbelievable. It's unfucking believable. Ukraine and its allies welcomed progress on Monday after high-stakes talks with the United States over the plan to end Russia's war in Washington had pressured Kyiv to endorse by Thanksgiving. Holy fuck. Meetings in Geneva produced an updated and refined peace framework. There was no specific details released. European leaders expressed optimism but cautioned that major issues remained in Kyiv as the allies sought to navigate the U.S. ultimatum to accept the 28-point proposal that they view as handing the Kremlin and its key demands. So this is the proposal. 28-point proposal. What are the 28 points? I want the 28 points. How are you not going to list all 28 points if it's called a 28-point proposal? Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck? Am I crazy here? Am I crazy for assuming that there would be 28 bullet points when you said there's a 28-point proposal? Am I the only one? All right, let's just read this anyway. All right. Almost no concessions from Moscow. Oh. It was written by Kirill Dmitriev. Do you guys know who Kirill Dmitriev is? He's a like a Russian spy, right? And he has gathered like a lot of intel on Americans over the past like 20 or 30 years, and he directly leaks shit from Russia to the United States. It's sanctioned by Russia. It's not like he's like an enemy of Russia, but he'll leak stuff to America in order to cause division and sow division. We also saw like with recently the tens of millions of fucking Russian bots all over Twitter. I'm gonna have to find that. Unbelievable. Let's see, hold on. It's the Twitter MAGA bots. Yep. We have a lot to cover today. Jesus Christ. You heard about like the location shit? On Twitter, Elon Musk added a new feature that put like the location that accounts were made in, and it's like literally all of those MAGA accounts are from like fucking Nigeria and Mongolia and India, and like none of them are from the United States of America. Even the Department of Homeland Security's official account is from Tel Aviv. Dude, we have way too much to cover today. Okay, let's try and put some stuff together. Let's try and put some stuff together. So, we got to start with Trump's crash out, right? I'm going to start with Donald's crash out. How far am I going to have to scroll? Because he was crashing out all night. He couldn't sleep, dude. Maybe we start here. What is this? What? Yeah, he's posting QAnon shit all night. Where's the QAnon stuff? Truth. That's supposed to be Gavin Newsom. Why does it look like Gavin Newsom is back there? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Is this not Gavin Newsom back there? Is that the Statue of Liberty? Is this on the Statue of Liberty? Do it, Q? I didn't even see that at first. Yo, do it. Yo, that's... QAnon is an actual death cult that wants to do like the mass execution of Congress. Do it, Q literally is just implying like, yeah, like kill all elected officials. That's what that means. That is what that means. Holy shit. TikTok, TikTok. Oh my god, bro. What the fuck? Who is this spiritual street fight? Spiritual SF-17. I'm a proud American born and raised woman for Trump. I don't know if I believe you. I don't know if I believe you. Oh, let's see. Oh. Oh. So this is QAnon. The Great Awakening. Bro, that's... Isn't that just like Fourth Reich shit? Isn't the Great Awakening Fourth Reich shit? The sun will rise again? Isn't that Fourth Reich shit? And holding the line, that's probably code for like, I don't know, something like storming the Capitol. Jesus Christ. What is that? Is that Jesus and a wolf? Is that a lightning bolt that turned into a howling wolf and Jesus is praying with it? Why does Jesus look like a woman? What the fuck is this? Have I heard the "We are Charlie Kirk, we carry the flame"? Yes, I've heard it. What are you? Is this a Groiper? Is this supposed to be a Groiper too? All right. We will start here. We'll start there. Donald's crash out. The Ukraine peace talks, which is going to need this. We're going to need Kirill. Thank you for the $20. I appreciate that. Yeah, here it is. So Steve Witkoff, special advisor to Ukraine. Steve Witkoff, he's the one who accidentally tweeted this. It was supposed to be a DM. The U.S. secretly drafting a new plan to end the war in Ukraine. You must have gotten this from Kay. That's in reference to Kirill. That's in reference to Kirill. So this is a guy who is born in Soviet Ukraine. And even though he's Ukrainian, born in Kyiv, he's loyal to Russia because when he was growing up, it was the Soviet Union, and he, I guess, was very loyal to the party. We're putting the pieces together, gang. We are the meme of Charlie Day with the red lines. We're piecing this shit together because this shit, you have to understand, guys, our nation it has fallen. The president of the United States has been compromised by Mossad and Russia. And it's not like the Israelis and the Russians are adversaries. They're not. They work together, gathering blackmail on Luigi, gathering blackmail on Donald. Kirill. Look at that there. I really don't give a fuck about the G20 meeting, to be honest. Yeah, the location thing is huge. Yeah, we saw that DHS data system was founded in Tel Aviv, Israel. Unfucking believable. All right, let's see what AC1N has.
I stay in pretty regular contact with wants to do so.
In that press conference with President Trump, a reporter asked you whether you believe that President Trump is in fact a fascist, a word that you've used in the past. You were about to answer, then President Trump sort of jumped in and he said, quote, "That's okay."
We'll get that one queued up as well.
Win the midterms, do you? Two more quick questions. If Democrats win the midterms, do you want to see Leader Jeffries become the Speaker of the House?
Yes.
Okay.
Wrong, 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 wrong fucking answer, Zoran. Can I have anything? Can I have something? Can I just have a bite? Can I have anything?
Two more quick questions. If Democrats win the midterms, do you want to see Leader Jeffries become the Speaker of the House?
Yes.
Okay. That was a firm, quick answer. So you leave plenty of time for my final answer.
Let me go back and give a little more.
No follow-up? No follow-up? No explanation? No nothing?
Look, former President Obama.
No nothing? What are the responses to this? Oh my God. Yeah, how about why? What the fuck? How about why? Why? Chris, trust the process? Fuck you! What do you think I am? One of Donald Trump's supporters? Trusted the process, guys. He's a genius. No! Say fucking no! Say no! Fuck your process. Be a man. Stand 10 toes down. What the fuck? Oh, God. Dude, every fucking day, I start to realize, and I mean this, I might actually have to run. Because, like, am I like the only one with a pair of fucking balls? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? That shit pissed me off. Get him off my board. Give me Mao Zedong. Mao never did nothing wrong. That's a crazy thing to say. MAGA wants Minnesota. What should you do? Don't let it happen. MAGA wants Minnesota. What should we do? Why are you spamming? Oh. I gotta run for president, don't I? I think I gotta run for president. Shit. I don't want to be president. I want to be God King. I don't want to be president. I want to be the God King of mankind. Oh, that pisses me off. That pisses me off. All right, let's make sure we got everything together. You talk about Doge being officially shut down? Nah, but I mean, Doge has been doing fuck all ever since Elon left anyway. All right, so we're going to start with Donald's crash out. We're going to move into senators slamming the Republicans' silence on that. We're going to talk about the Ukraine peace deal that was written by the Russians. Ukraine peace deal written by the Russians. And then this is Jeanne Shaheen. Here's Trump's 28-point plan. Moving into a little bit of Kirill. Where does Kirill's name pop up? Is it here? Yeah, here. Okay, so excuse me. All right, then the location story. And then Zoran saying Trump is a fascist, followed by Zoran betraying us and saying Hakeem can't go. Also, just so you know, I am still a fan of Zoran Mamdani, just despite the fact that I disagree with him on the endorsement of Hakeem Jeffries. But this is a red flag, and I will be keeping my guard up. He no longer has a perfect record, at least. With me, Zoran has had a perfect record the entire fucking time. He's never done a goddamn thing wrong. Now, he's got a blemish. This does not make him a fucking traitor to the movement. He's the best that we've got so far. But his endorsement of Hakeem is really not good. Really not good. Really not good. Really, really, really not good. The location story is crazy? Yeah, it is. All right, one last thing is to scroll a little bit of Twitter to see if there's anything popping up that I haven't heard yet.
Laugh at a party, you can use Grok and you can say, do a vulgar roast of someone. If you want to have a good time or like make people really laugh at a party, you can use Grok and you can say,
If I'm at a party and you go, hey guys, you want to whip out Grok? I might punch you in the fucking face.
do a vulgar roast of someone. And Grok is it's gonna be an epic vulgar roast. You can even say,
Epic vulgar roast, dude. You're a fucking loser.
like, take a picture of like make a vulgar roast of this person based on their appearance of people at the party.
So take a photo of them.
Yeah, just literally point the camera at them and now do a vulgar roast of this person, and then keep saying no, make it even more vulgar. Use forbidden words. Even more, and just keep repeating even more vulgar. Eventually, it's like, holy fuck, you know. It's.
Oh my god, he's such a fucking loser. Anybody who thinks Elon Musk is cool is a fucking loser, an incel. Can't get any fucking pussy if you're a chick. Can't get any dick if you're gay. Can't get any dick if you're a lesbian woman. You can't get any pussy. Like, that shit is disgusting. It's so fucking weird. You're so fucking weird. You're gross.
Like, I mean, it's trying to jam a rocket up your ass, like, and have it explode, and it's like it's like it's next level.
Oh god, I hate him. Oh god.
And it's going to get
beyond
better.
fucking belief.
That's what's crazy is that it keeps getting better. Like, one of the
yeah.
things, remember when we ran into each other? They just keep getting better.
Oh. I thought we were making the rich pay. Bitch, this is Chinese yen. All right. This is fucking crazy, bro. My feed is so crazy. All right. Let's go. Let's make a video. So this is Trump's crash out. This is Trump's Ukraine peace plan was written by Russia. And locations were exposed on Twitter. And Zoran fucked up. All right, here we go. You ready? You guys ready? You guys ready to make a video? You guys ready? We do this live. Fuck it! We do it live! Fuck it! Fucking thing sucks! No. I'm gonna write it now, and I'm gonna do it live. fucking thing sucks! All right, and scene. Yo, actually, before I go, you got it. Hold on. I have to show you this. Get that. You're not gonna believe this shit unless you've seen it already. You're not gonna believe this unless you've seen it already. I gotta get it. Give me it.
You know, I was in California over the weekend, and
Hold on. It's gonna be worth it. I promise. Okay. So, real quick before we start, this isn't gonna go in the video. Hold on. Bill O'Reilly. This is who I think of when I think of Bill O'Reilly.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do, it's a video, Sting video.
What is
For credits.
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. The reason why I wanted to show you this is because that's the Bill O'Reilly I think of. Bro, look at Bill O'Reilly now. Look at him. Look at that. Look at it. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. I just want to fucking grab it and yank it. Look at that. Look at that. No, like, is this Parthenos? Like, are you the ancient demon that was promised in the prophecy? Look at it.
way that we do, because we see it, we
Look at that thing.
live it,
Hey, Chris, have you seen the photo of Trump blowing Bubba? I have. I don't know if it's real.
and the national media doesn't really care about it, number one.
Look at that thing. Oh.
And number two, falsely reports a lot of things. So I was on a Bill Maher program on HBO Friday night.
Jeez, dude, it's so crazy. It's so crazy, dude. That is a crazy nussy. That might be the worst nussy I've ever seen. It might be the worst nussy I've ever seen in my life. Bar none. Bar none. Do you want to build a snowman? Cool never bother me anyway. All right, the worst nussy, neck pussy, nussy, you know? Like, I have to yank mine down to hit the point where his sits on the regular schmegula. It sits down here. All right. Let's get to it. I'm gonna start recording now. I'm gonna start recording. Trump's crash out continues, ladies and gentlemen. The President of the United States couldn't sleep last night, so he spent all night posting insane QAnon death cult shit about like rounding up and executing all Democrat officials, and he's going like, do it, Q, do it, and in the background is the White House burning. We're gonna cover that. He's doubling down on the whole idea of executing these 6 Democrat officials who made a video reminding our military that they're legally obligated to refuse illegal orders, that's just fact. I don't know why he's fucking crashing out unless, Donald, have you been giving illegal orders, Donald? Donald. This is like if you said like, all right, if you ever cheated on me, I'd break up with you. And then your significant other is like, whoa. That's now I haven't cheated, but that would be insane. You're saying that if I were to cheat on you, you would destroy everything that we've built? I mean, come on. And then you're like, wait a minute, what the fuck is this reaction? You know, it's very telling. It's very fucking telling. We're going to go through that. And then Trump's peace plan, quote unquote, Trump's peace plan between Russia and Ukraine. It turns out that entire 28 plan proposal was literally written by the Russians in Russian and then translated through Google Translate into English and given to the Americans. And the word literally has lost a lot of its meaning. I do mean literally. A Russian man named Kirill Dmitriev, who is well known for sowing a lot of division in American discourse. God damn it, Mao, stop it. Catch Joseph Stalin on the wall. Kirill Dmitriev, he literally gave this shit to the Americans to the point where Steve Witkoff, the special envoy for Ukraine, he accidentally posted on Twitter when he meant to do a DM, because we are run by geriatric fucks. He accidentally posted, he was like, oh, they must have gotten this from K meaning Kirill Dmitriev, or the Kremlin, who the fuck knows. So we're going to cover that. Marco Rubio himself says that this was a Russian wish list, not an American peace plan. So we're going to cover that. Third story we're going to be covering is the location feature that was added to X for a second. Elon Musk added this transparency feature where you could see where Twitter accounts were originated in, and it turns out these like millions of these pro-MAGA 1776, I love Donald Trump, we love Donald Trump, all these accounts, they're based in Nigeria, they're based in India, they're based in Mongolia, they're based in fucking ancient Mesopotamia, they're based in Israel. It's to the point where the official Department of Homeland Security Twitter account originates in Tel Aviv, Israel. I mean, did you really need me to fucking tell you that? And then other than that, we're gonna watch Zohran Mamdani again double down saying Trump is a fascist, but then Zohran fucked up. And it's not like an accident. Zohran didn't make an accident. Zohran made a decision that I vehemently disagree with. We're going to cover it. He's endorsing Hakeem Jeffries to stay as the House Minority Leader, which is fucking pitiful. Granted, he's got this logic that I don't agree with, but he's got a plan at least. I don't trust the fucking plan. He essentially, long story short, Zohran wants to convert the establishment Democrats into socialists rather than replace them with socialists, like Chio say. I disagree vehemently. But regardless, we're going to dive in. If you're new here, hi, how are you? I'm Chris Valenti. This is the Valenti VOD. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it helps me immensely. If you do want to support this channel financially, because this is what real independent media looks like. I've never had a conversation with an advertiser. I've never had a conversation with a billionaire. I've never had a conversation with a government, so except for when the Secret Service showed up. But if you do want to support this channel financially, a couple ways you could do it. You could buy merch, like the Democratic Socialist poster or the Duty Calls merch line. You can also click the thanks button down below to tip me directly. You can click the join button down below to become a member, and you can become a patron on Patreon. Without further ado, let's just dive right into Donald Trump's insane crash out. So it begins about 15 hours ago, and as of filming, it is 11:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on November 24th, 2025. But we start off with a link that he provides to this. A AI-generated slop video of the 6 Democrat veteran lawmakers who decided to remind our military that they are not allowed to follow through with illegal orders. He posted an AI-generated slop video of them being locked in a fucking prison behind a jail cell. So he keeps going. Just in, Dems who called on military to resist Trump are being investigated by military courts. Treason and sedition. And then he posts this. What is this? This is a picture of a military tribunal. Bring back accountability. The military is the only way. If your justice system has been corrupted, how do you bypass the corruption? Military tribunals. Now, here's the thing. I would like to remind Donald. Yeah, no, you're right. There will be military tribunals. It's not going to be for those Democrats. I'm not stupid, Donald. I know you're never going to step foot in a prison cell. You have Supreme Court protection, presidential authority, but there will be military tribunals. Kristi Noem, Pete Hegseth, Stephen Miller, they're all going to fucking prison. Tom Homan, prison. Every single ICE agent, prison. I know you're not gonna, because that's the way that America works. There is no justice in this system for the wealthy. Common sense is not a gift, it's a punishment, because you have to deal with everyone else who doesn't have it, Jesus Christ. And then randomly, truth. He starts posting stuff about the loyalty to the Constitution. He goes, the United States shut up, I hate you. This part, oath of enlistment. He starts spamming the oath of enlistment, highlighting, I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And then he puts parentheses, that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers over me. So we saw Caroline Leavitt the other day when she was asked directly. They were like, but Trump said, but these Democrats said you can't follow illegal orders. And then Caroline Leavitt said, every order that the president gives is legal. Everything the president says is lawful. Everything he does is completely legal. Some straight up like George Orwell 1984 type shit. But yeah, also it doesn't even say this, I don't think. I think that this is a complete bullshit oath of enlistment. Regardless, let's keep on reading. So then he posts this. 100%, this is the literal definition of sedition, and they literally put it on video. This is the easiest court-martial court case in the history of the USA with the definition of sedition, which is conduct or language inciting rebellion against the authority of a state, which they didn't fucking do. We watched this video yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago. We watched this video, guys. If you're capable of watching that video and going, oh yeah, no, this is seditious conspiracy, this is calling for insurrection, you have a brain disability, bro. You have something very wrong. You need professional help. Now, this is where it starts to get really weird. So now he's posting stuff from Spiritual Street Fighter 17, who is a actual QAnon death cultist. There's again, I know that many of you are not like as chronically online as I am, but QAnon is the actual death cult that was like, no, like RFK, not RFK Jr., like RFK Sr. is actually alive and pretending to be dead. And he's actually going to run with Donald Trump in the 2024 election. He's going to come out of hiding. And Donald Trump is actually sent by Jesus Christ to oust the pedophile cabal ring. And this, like, QAnon is actually a death cult, okay? And this account, Spiritual Street Fighter 17, is a proud member of QAnon. They post shit like this. They say, it says, I believe in Q. But we start off with Trump. Now, here's the thing. Trump is reposting this. So this is official from the president. So he posts a picture of this is the V from Vendetta thing, and it's also funny because he's holding the mask and he's wearing the fucking mask. AI generated slop shit. All of this is slop shit. But he starts with this weird threat. Nothing can stop what is coming. Also, if you remember, Steve Bannon at his recent speech said, he was like, no, we need to go full accelerationist. We need to actually do the thing. He's speaking in code gang shit where he's like, we need to get them before they get us, and if we give them a chance at the 2026 midterms, we're all going to go to prison. Look this up. Look up Steve Bannon, if we lose the 2026 midterms, we're all going to prison, right? And they understand that if they don't do the actual mass execution of elected officials and storm the Capitol and genuinely do a military coup d'etat, they understand if that doesn't happen soon, they're all going to go to prison. Yes, the night of broken glass, Kristallnacht 2.0. That is essentially what he's signaling from his own supporters. Nothing can stop what is coming. Time to obliterate the deep state with apocalyptic red by the White House. It says, do it, Q. Do it, Q. This is genuinely like delusional. This is him calling for the complete execution of our elected officials. That's what QAnon calls for. I'm so sorry about that, guys. That was probably the most disgusting burp I've ever delivered, but we're looking at Donald Trump and he makes me fucking nauseous. Now, he's got another one of these. TikTok, with a time. This is a clock of the world ticking down, right? And then it says Q right there on the collar, right? This is all like actual insane death cult level shit, and this is you have to understand, guys, this is not like some crazy conspiracy theorist. This is the President of the United States posting this shit on his official account, okay? He's got "Remember Your Oath" with the American flag as a fucking cape. Oh, Jesus. Now, this, to me, guys, this, I've said this before, I think we're in the prelude of the Civil War. Or actually, to be frank, I think the Civil War already began, but only one side is fighting, the Republican side. You know, we've got ICE in the streets, just like a completely illegal Gestapo masked paramilitary force. I do think the Civil War has begun, and the Republicans are leagues ahead of the Democrats in terms of it. Remember Your Oath is really just like a reminder. Get ready to do what I tell you to do. I know it was in order, but I think we should all think about this before we attack. I think it was unlawful. Jesus fucking Christ. What is this? I don't think it's going to play because this website is fucking dog shit.
Let's talk right now. Do you believe President Trump has issued any illegal orders?
Yes.
To my knowledge, I am not aware of things that are illegal, but certainly there are some legal gymnastics that are going on with these Caribbean strikes.
Dude, oh my God. This is the thing. Like, the champions that we have are Alyssa Slotkin, a fucking CIA spook who was in the Middle East right after 9/11, like working for at black sites and shit, dude. She doesn't even have the balls to say reality, which is like, yes, they were illegal strikes. You can't just... Guys, let me explain something to you. Every one of those boats that we killed, that we blew up, the Venezuelan boats, every single one was illegal, irrefutably illegal. Even if they had drugs. First of all, we have no evidence that any of those boats had drugs. So as of now, they're all fishing boats. Number two, even if you did have the fucking evidence of drugs, you send the Coast Guard, you board the ship, you arrest the drug smugglers. You cannot just summarily execute motherfuckers, even if you have evidence. That's not how it works in a civilized fucking nation, dude. And then the third and final thing is, not a single one of those boats was headed to the United States. They would have to have fueled up over 20 times to get to the United States, and not a single microgram of fentanyl has ever come to the United States from Venezuela. It's not where it comes from. It comes from Mexico, primarily because of China. What the fuck are we talking about? All right, we got more here. Back. Democrats just told our military not to follow unconstitutional orders while admitting none exist. Why is this a big deal? They knew and know that the message wasn't for our soldiers. It was for the global leadership. If a video like this were aimed at Putin's military, we'd assume Russia was unstable or nearing a coup. They didn't give good advice nor weaken Trump. They weakened America, signaling doubt to allies and opportunity to enemies. They are dialing the soil color revolution. Reckless beyond words. Not treason, but a very serious crime under 18 U.S.C. 2387. A law written for this exact kind of action. Punishment is 10 years in prison. Those on either side who engage in this must pay the price or it will only get worse. And then why the dude, oh my God. And then in the middle, I'm actually gonna lose my fucking mind. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. In the middle of his fucking crash out, calling for QAnon death cult shit and the fucking execution of our fucking leaders, he randomly goes, why did the New York Football Giants... What the fuck? What the fuck? Who calls them the New York Football Giants? Why? Why did the New York Football Giants NFL not kick that field goal? Who would have done such a thing? It was crazy. I got to watch the end of the game and thought when they went for the touchdown instead of the 3. That's weird. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? You're hang them all! Why didn't they kick that fucking field goal? What's going on? The New York Football Giants aren't doing too good. Zoran, do you want to see the summoning chamber? I can get Moloch. Like, dude, I'm gonna fucking lose my fucking mind. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Oh my God, and then he goes from football to, is it really possible that big progress is being made in peace talks between Russia and Ukraine? Don't believe it till you see it, but something good just may be happening. God bless America. Catch us next time on What the Fuck is Our Psychopathic, Murderous, Morbidly Obese, Fascist, Authoritarian Dictator Gonna Do? Catch us next time, folks. Is it really possible that big progress is being made? Don't believe it till you see it, but good things may be happening. Catch us next time. We have a fucking dumbass influencer as a fucking president. Oh my God, oh my God. Una mattina mi sono alzato, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor. He's fucking out of his mind. Mao Zedong. He's out of his fucking mind. He's out of his fucking mind. Despite the massive amount of money being made by the United States of America, hundreds of billions of dollars, as a direct result of tariffs being charged to other countries, the full benefit of the tariffs has not been calculated, in that many of the buyers of goods and products, in order to avoid paying the tariffs in the short term, stock up by purchasing far more inventory than they can use. That heavy inventory purchase is now, however, wearing thin. Yo, by the way, what? Is it just me, or is it impossible to follow anything this guy fucking says? Is this shit ChatGPT? Like, what the fuck does any of this shit fucking mean? That heavy inventory purchase is now, however, wearing thin, and soon tariffs will be paid on everything they apply to without avoidance, and the amounts payable to the USA will skyrocket over and above that already historic levels of dollars received. These payments will be record-setting and put our nation on a new and unprecedented course. We are already the hottest country anywhere in the world, but this tariff power will bring American national security and wealth to the likes of which no one has ever seen before. Those opposing us are serving hostile foreign interests that are not aligned with the success, safety, and prosperity of the USA. They couldn't care less about us. I look so much forward to the United States Supreme Court decision on this urgent and time-sensitive matter, so that we can continue in an uninterrupted manner to make America great again. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President DJT. Dude. Does anybody know what the fuck he just goddamn meant? Does anybody know what the fuck he just goddamn said? I don't know what the fuck he's saying. And then he finishes off with like two, like, advocating for like two fucking stupid ass Republican leaders. But guys, the president of the United States is like shit posting QAnon threats to like destroy the Capitol and hang Democrat elected officials. And nobody's doing anything. I mean, we need the 25th Amendment today. He needs to be dragged out of the Oval Office by his fucking ear, bro. Like, unironically, he's insane. He's lost his fucking mind. He's mentally disabled. U.S. Senators, I'll close this. U.S. Senators already slamming the Republican silence over his violent threat to Democrats. Senator Mark Kelly urged congressional Republicans to publicly reject Trump's threats against him and 5 other Democrat lawmakers. We've heard very little, basically crickets. And that's the thing, dude. These Republicans don't give a shit. And it's because there's two schools of thought. There are the Republicans who agree with him, and they want these fucking people executed, right? That's like people like Lindsey Graham or, I don't know, Stephen Miller, right? But then when it comes to the other ones, they're too afraid of him, and they think they saw what happened to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene got flack from Trump for what, like 3 days, and she quit. And they're afraid that if they jump on the bandwagon, they're gonna get attacked. It's just every single one of our elected officials is a fucking pussy. They're all fucking pussies. Okay. Speaking of elected officials, we're gonna move into some international shit, okay? So Trump and Putin came up with a peace plan for the war in Ukraine, right? And we're finding out two things. One, this 28-point peace plan, which I covered a while ago, is just, it's just the worst peace plan ever made. It gives 80% of Ukraine's land to Russia. Ukraine's military has to be shrunk down to like 100,000 strong, which is exactly what happened to Germany after World War I. They are giving up all of this fucking land. They're not allowed to have an air force. It's crazy shit, right? It's essentially like a wish list from Vladimir Putin. And what we're finding out now is it actually literally was a wish list from Vladimir Putin. Like it was written by the Russians and translated into English and given to the Americans. And this isn't coming from me. This is coming from Marco fucking Rubio, bro. U.S. senators say Rubio told them that Trump's Ukraine peace plan is a Russian wish list. So, lawmakers critical of President Donald Trump's approach to ending the Russia-Ukraine war said Saturday that they spoke with the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, who told them that the peace plan Trump is pushing Kyiv to accept is a wish list of the Russians and not the actual proposal offering Washington's positions. It's fucking insane. Rubio then took the extraordinary step of suggesting online that the senators were mistaken, even though they said so the State Department said that's not true. Rubio then said, yes, it is. You're wrong. The Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, doubled down on the assertion that Washington was responsible for a proposal that had surprised many from the beginning for being so favorable to Moscow. The widely leaked 28-point U.S.-backed peace plan was, according to the White House, the result of a month of work between Rubio and Trump envoy Steve Witkoff. Now, remember this name, Steve Witkoff. This is important, okay? So, the plan acquiesces to many Russian demands that Russian President Volodymyr Zelensky has categorically rejected on a dozen occasions, including giving up large pieces of the territory. Okay, so get this. Rounds, who is a Republican from South Dakota, spoke at a security conference and said it looks more like it was written in Russian to begin with, right? The senators then spoke to Marco Rubio, and he said that the plan was not the administration's plan, but a wish list to the Russians. Now remember, Steve Witkoff is the special envoy for Ukraine, and he posted this on Twitter, and a lot of people are pointing out that he definitely did not mean to post this. He probably meant to send this as a DM, but Barak Ravid posted this story, a scoop, U.S. secretly drafting new plan to end Ukraine war, right? And out of nowhere, Steve Witkoff posts, he must have gotten this from K. He's since deleted that. But who is K? What is K? Well, K could mean Kremlin, or more realistically, K probably means Kirill Dmitriev, who is essentially the Russian counterpart to Steve Witkoff. So it seems like the Russian counterpart to Steve Witkoff is giving secret scoops to American journalists in order to sow even further division between like Trump's lunatic fucking failure to come up with a peace plan, even though he said, I would end that war in day one, right? It's unbelievable. Okay, so Steve Witkoff, he must have gotten this from Kay, and this is what we have here. What is the plan? There are no concessions from Moscow. The plan does drop an earlier far-fetched demand by Putin and his negotiators that Ukraine withdraw its troops from the entire 4 regions that Russia annexed in 2022. The plan was formed at the end of October by Mr. Putin's special envoy, Kirill Dmitriev, and Steve Witkoff, Mr. Trump's special envoy. So what would Russia get? The plan would achieve most of Putin's goals. Under the proposal, Ukraine would emerge as a severely weakened neutral state with vague security guarantees from its Western allies. The Donetsk and Luhansk regions, oh my God, dude, I told you this months ago I made videos where I said, the peace plan that they're going to come up with, I said this, go back and check. I said, Putin is going to get the Luhansk, Donetsk, and Zaporizhia regions, okay? On top of that, Ukraine's military is going to be shrunk down to the point where they could never retaliate. Excuse me. Large swaths of Ukraine will remain Ukrainian in ethnicity, but Russian in government. It will be ruled by Russian envoys who are representative of the Russians in Ukraine land. Anyway, let's keep going. The Donetsk and Luhansk regions, along with Crimea, would be recognized as de facto Russian. Ukraine would withdraw from the part of Donetsk that it controls, leaving the demilitarized buffer zone recognized as Russia. Russia would keep parts of the Kherson and Zaporizhia. How many fucking times have I said that? How many fucking times? And you know why? It's because of the cobalt mines. It's because of the cobalt mines. That's where all of it is. It's all in Ukraine. It's like the world's 3rd largest natural gas deposits are also there in Luhansk and Donetsk. All of this is about money. All of it. Fucking pathetic. Okay. The strength of Ukraine's military would be capped. All parties would receive amnesty for actions during the war. That's fucking crazy. All war crimes are forgiven. That's fucking nuts. Let's see. The plan rules out the deployment of NATO troops in Ukraine, so Ukraine can't have a NATO protection. Moscow would receive gradual relief from sanctions. Oh my God. Moscow would be invited to join the, oh my God, the Group of 8 nations. Okay, so yeah, no. Literally, the 28-point plan was actually written by the Russians. It was literally written by the Russians in Russian, translated into English, handed to Steve Witkoff, who handed it to Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio said, was this in Russian? And now Marco Rubio, who's a war hawk, Marco Rubio has been far more of a war hawk for far longer than the rest of these MAGA fucks, right? He's been advocating for overseas wars his entire fucking time in politics, right? So he probably sees this and genuinely has a problem. And now he's willing to stand 10 toes down and go, nah, fuck this. This shit was written by Russia. And then the US comes in and says, no, it wasn't. He goes, yes, the fuck it was. Yes, the fuck it was. Now that's not because Marco Rubio is based. He's not based. It's because this guy genuinely loves war. Genuinely loves war. Always fucking has. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a touch up on who Kirill Dmitriev is. Russian businessman who is the CEO of Russian Direct Investment Fund. This may be the wrong fucking guy, so we're just going to keep on moving. Whoopsie. We've also got a little bit of Jean Shaheen and the rest of the American politicians who are genuinely concerned that this is written by the goddamn fucking Russians.
Throughout the weekend, I have made it clear that I believe this is a Russian proposal. I hope that tomorrow's negotiations in Geneva focus on a real framework for negotiation that guarantees an outcome that benefits Ukraine rather than Russia. I think any real peace plan needs to be sustainable and backed by Ukraine's government and its people. It should be developed in full consideration and consultation with our allies.
Is that so crazy, by the way? Is that so crazy that the Ukrainian people get a say on the peace deal between the Ukrainians and the Russians? Like, I don't understand how this is even debatable. Of course, the nation that got invaded has to have a seat at the table when it comes to a peace talk. Otherwise, you're going to pull a World War I. You're going to set the stage for World War II. And this is what the Russians do. They invaded, when did they invade Crimea? 2008, 2009? They invaded Crimea. Everything was, forgiven. It's like, all right, fine, you can have Crimea. And then they start inching closer and closer. Then they invade the main Ukraine, right? And what was that, 2020? This is what they do. They wait. They set up springboards, bro. They set up fucking springboards.
Who are going to help guarantee a ceasefire and any long-term peace deal. It should include meaningful security guarantees that assure Ukraine and our allies on the continent that we won't see Russia invade Ukraine again in a few years.
You will. You will.
And I think the United States Congress, on a bipartisan basis, including here at this forum, if you listen to the members of this delegation, have reiterated our support for Ukraine. We believe it's critical that we maintain intelligence sharing and military assistance should remain in place until a real peace deal is reached.
So as soon as we stop giving intelligence and weapons to the Ukrainians, they probably have 1 month. Based on the stockpiles that they have, they probably have 1 month until the Russians completely obliterate them. Now, as we know, Vladimir Putin and the Russians have blackmail on Donald Trump. They got videos of him fucking children because Jeffrey Epstein, the Mossad agent, was gathering blackmail on different world leaders and giving them to the Russians and the Chinese and the Israelis. So Donald will never step up to the Russians. He genuinely is incapable of doing it without ending his entire political career on the fucking spot. It's insane. All right, so we've got... we're going to move on to the X story. Okay, so Elon Musk, king of autism, he added a feature on X that tells you where accounts are originated in. And what we ended up seeing was millions of these MAGA accounts were originated in India, Nigeria, Israel, fucking different parts of the Middle East, Russia. And it's funny because it seems like our dumbass, stupid fucking nation might have gotten psyoped into electing a fascist. Because, yes, there are plenty of people that are real, that are in support of Donald Trump, right? But the ones who you've been arguing with and you're like, this fucking idiot doesn't even sound like a fucking human. He's not even capable of using his fucking brain. Well, it's two things. One, they're not. They're literally not humans. They're bots. They're not fucking people. And two, they're at work being paid to act like a fucking psychopath. Genuinely. Okay, so we've got a whole, and also, the Department of Homeland Security's official account originated in Tel Aviv, Israel. Do with that information what you will. All right, X displays user locations, fueling scrutiny over political accounts. Online sleuths quickly found out that some accounts posting U.S. politics, including those in support of the MAGA movement, appeared to be not based in the United States. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of shit that happened. One account called MAGA Nation with nearly 400,000 followers. It's based in Eastern Europe. A whole bunch of accounts are based in Thailand, Nigeria, and Bangladesh, bro. After Elon Musk, all right, so DHS ends up having to post this. So the United States Department of Homeland Security weighed in amid speculation of where the X account was created. Now, this is because it is irrefutable. It has been proven that the Department of Homeland Security's account, when this feature popped up, it said originated in Tel Aviv, Israel. Now, Elon fixed that as fast as he possibly could, to the point where DHS had to actually talk about it and post, I can't believe we have to say this, but this account has only ever been run and operated from the United States. It posted on Sunday. Now, this is, as we know, not true. It's already been proven, right? Now, from now on, I need you to understand, when you're on TikTok, when you're on Instagram, when you're on Twitter, when you're in the YouTube chat, and you are arguing with these MAGA fucks, those are not people. You're arguing with robots. MAGA doesn't have these numbers. It never has had these numbers, especially now, this late into the fucking game, when everybody is abandoning ship. I mean, even Alex Jones, dude. Alex fucking Jones said in his most recent video where he goes, he's abandoning Trump. He said, I don't support Donald Trump anymore. I can't support Donald Trump anymore. I can't do it. I've never been one to ride on the bandwagon. Alex Jones has abandoned Donald Trump. It's all over. It is all over for the MAGA movement. That is why they have referred to, at this point, straight up robots. They don't have people anymore. So we've got a whole bunch of different stuff here. This is from NBC. Let's see. An account that calls itself Ultra MAGA versus Trump US 2028, claiming to be based in Washington, D.C., is actually based in Africa. Another account titled Trump is My President, based in Macedonia. Another account called American, based in South Asia. I see. There was unofficial accounts that purported to represent the DSA, which was based in Portugal. Holy shit. This is literally a psyop. Look at this. MAGA Nation, Eastern Europe. Dark MAGA, UK. MAGA Scope, Nigeria. MAGA Beacon, South Asia. This is fucking insane. Homeland Security. The Department of Homeland Security, the official account. Tel Aviv, Israel. Our country is compromised. Guys, our country fell for a foreign psyop that was put together by multiple different nations. Because I've said this before, the only nation strong enough to destroy the United States of America is the United States of America. And all these other nations realized that. They said, we don't need to invade. We just need to turn their people against each other by sowing such insane division. Because here's the thing, guys. I argue with MAGA people in real life. When you argue with a MAGA person in real life, it's not like the way it is online. They don't say like blatantly fucking brain dead, stupid, just like obviously false shit when you talk to them in real life. But when you're doing it online, they're not fucking people. They're not alive. Excuse me. Oh, so Elon fucked up real bad. All right, now we're going to close this out with Zoran. Get him on the wall here. So I'm going to give you the good news and the bad news. The good news is that Zoran doubled down again. As we know, Zoran called Trump a fascist to his face in the Oval Office. And he doubled down and said that he believes he's a fascist on Meet the Press. But then immediately after that, he also said that he endorses Hakeem Jeffries staying as a minority leader, which is fucking unbelievable. Check this out. We're going to start off with the first one here.
In that press conference with President Trump, a reporter asked you whether you believe that President Trump is in fact a fascist, a word that you've used in the past. You were about to answer, then President Trump sort of jumped in and he said, quote, "That's okay, you can just say yes. It's easier than explaining it." So, Mr. Mayor-elect, just to be very clear, do you think that President Trump is a fascist?
And after President Trump said that, I said yes. And
So you do.
And that's something that I've said in the past. I say it today. And I think what I appreciated about the conversation that I had with the president was that we were not shy about the places of disagreement, about the politics that has brought us to this moment. And we also wanted to focus on what it could look like to deliver on a shared analysis of an affordability crisis for New Yorkers.
You've also said in the past that President Trump has engaged in a, quote, attack on our democracy. You've called him a despot. Do you still believe President Trump is a threat to the democracy?
Everything that I've said in the past, I continue to believe. And that's the thing that I think is important in our politics, is that we don't shy away from where we have disagreements, but we understand what it is that brings us to that table. Because I'm not coming.
I'm glad you said we don't shy away when we have disagreements, Zoran, because the next clip, I'm about to disagree with you real fucking hard.
Into the Oval Office to make a point or make a stand. I'm coming in there to deliver for New Yorkers. And a few weeks ago, I was asked by a reporter 3 words to describe myself. I said, New York City. And that's what animated that conversation. How do we deliver for the people of New York?
Okay, so that's based. Good. You call him a fascist. He called it to his face. He doubled down on it after the meeting. But this, I fucking hate this. Watch this.
2 more quick questions. If Democrats win the midterms, do you want to see Leader Jeffries become the Speaker of the House?
Yes.
Okay, that was a firm, quick answer.
Wrong answer, Zoran. Hakeem Jeffries, also known as AIPAC Shakur, has received, I believe, over $1.7 million from AIPAC. He has towed the line of the Democrat establishment the entire fucking time. He refused to endorse you, bro. Dude, Mamdani, he refused to endorse you. And I think I understand, now, the reason why I have to speculate what his reason is because this dog shit reporter didn't hit him with a follow-up why. They just move on. I think his ideology here, and don't forget, Zoran also refused to endorse Shio Se to replace Hakeem Jeffries. Shio Se is a member of the Democratic Socialists of America. So Zoran and the DSA itself will not endorse more socialists taking power. I vehemently fucking disagree with this decision. But I believe his mindset is, these people in power already have power. They already have connections. They already have establishment connections. And he wants to try and convert them from neoliberalism into socialism, into progressive values, into true leftist ideology. I want to replace these people with new champions who are yet to be bought, yet to be corrupted, and put them in those positions because I trust them to refuse those offers, that corruption. This is where we disagree. I still support Zoran, but like you just said a fucking minute ago, Zoran, it is important to voice our disagreements. You haven't even been sworn in as the mayor yet. You haven't even been able to make any fucking decisions other than this. But you're not off to a good start in my book. You're not off to a good start in my book. I still support all of the promises that you made, you know, affordability and lowering the price of groceries and free buses and building new houses. All that's good. All that's good. But this, I don't like this. And I'm going to have to stand 10 toes down on it. I don't fucking like it. Now, here's the thing. Watch this shitty journalism. How there's no follow-up question. There's no why. Watch this.
Leader Jeffries become the Speaker of the House?
Yes.
Okay. That was a firm, quick answer. So you leave plenty of time for my final answer.
Let me go back and give a little more.
We're just going to move on past that? We're just going to move on?
Look, former President Obama called you after your victory, and he offered to be a sounding board for you as you take on this role of mayor.
What? First of all, no follow-up question. Second of all, Obama? Obama, establishment Democrat, war criminal, the cluster king? Obama? No, bro, we're trying to break away from neoliberalism. Oh my God.
Of New York City. What advice did he give you about how to lead effectively in these years ahead?
You know, one thing I really appreciated about the conversations I've had with the president have been the importance of what it looks like, not only to inspire hope, but to sustain it and then to deliver on it. And time again, that comes back to the city hall that you're putting together. And even right now, we have about 40-odd days of a transition. Transitions are typically a time of pageantry and pomp. We want it to be a time of substance, a time of purpose. And so we ensured that the first day after the election, we announced our 4 incredible co-chairs of our transition, our executive director. And then the week after that,
I really don't care about the rest of this fucking answer. I still can't believe that he's like, yeah, no, I want Hakeem Jeffries to be the leader. And then she goes, great. And then they just move on. Like, what sort of journalism is this? There's just one word, just why? How about why? And why is that, Mr. Mayor? What the fuck? Anyway. That's all I got for you today. It's a crazy, crazy, crazy fucking start to the week, man. Thank you for tuning in. If you're here live, stay. We have more to cover. We're going to keep watching the news. If you're watching this pre-recorded on YouTube, thank you very much for tuning into the Valenti Von. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, helps me immensely. And do me one last favor. Click that video right over there. It's a banger. And I know bangers. All right. All right. All right. More content. Should I DM Zoran? Be like, bro, what are you doing? Try to text Zoran. Zoran, what are you doing, bro? What the fuck? What are you fucking doing, Zoran? Yes? No, I'm not doing that. More bots in here than the Battle of Naboo. No, I'm not gonna text him. He'll fucking block my number. I'll wait till I see him in person. All right, let's get the Trump QAnon shit. Episode 302. I don't give a fuck about Dancing Maduro. Okay, let's make this thumbnail. Oh, wait, this is episode 303. Whoopsie. All right. Thank you for the $10. You should have seen my dad's face in the photo of Trump about to blow Bill Clinton was found to be real by 4 different AI detectors. That's not what happened. It wasn't found to be real. It was found to be not AI generated. Guys, Photoshop still fucking exists. Just because it wasn't AI generated doesn't mean the photo is real. Thank you for the $10, but it just means that a human created the photo. It doesn't mean it's a real photo. I don't buy that shit for a second. I don't believe that shit for a fucking second, bro. There would have been far more of an attempt to hide that photo than bullshit. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I'm sorry. I don't buy it. Remember, Chris, that pic you're using for your thumb is AI generated. Yeah, no shit. I know. I know. What about it? Okay, I need text. Okay. So the text will say, he's lost his mind. Do it, Q. Hello, Avi. That background image is too busy. I mean, he posted it. He posted it himself. Let me see. Maybe there's a different one. I mean, I could use a different one. I'm already halfway through it. Yeah, but for your thumbnail? Ugh. All right, let's see. Is this also too loud? You think? Or this one? They're all too loud? What about this one? Too much? Do you know how to make a darkened overlay? I do not. I don't know what that means. I'm just going to keep this one. Okay. You need to make it a little darker with a black overlay with 50% opacity. Like these? I turned it down a little. All right, do it Q, and then one more. Hmm. There we go. All right, let's get that up. Where do they all save? What? Where did they fucking go? God damn it. Where are they saving? Oh, and downloads? That's not good. Okay, I see. Got it. Fixed it. All right, the title should be, let's see. Title should be Trump crashes out Trump crash out Russia/Ukraine peace deal was written by the Russians. All right, so let's get rid of that. Ukraine peace deal was written by the Russians. MAGA bots exposed Zoran L on NBC. Okay. Trump crash out. Ukraine peace deal was written by the Russians. MAGA bots exposed Zoran L on NBC. How's that? Good? How's that? You dig? You dig? Good? I'm really upset with Zoran. Listen, I'm upset too, but I don't think that it's like a deal breaker. I think that he might have a plan that I don't even fucking know of. The thing is, I don't trust the whole idea of like plans. You know, it's like Donald Trump, they're always like, trust the plan. I'm like, nah, dude, just stand 10 toes down and say fuck Hakeem Jeffries. Oh, you think Mango? Jesus Christ. Okay. Description. What a day in news. Turns out the Russians have more power than I thought. Plus, Zoran disappointed me for the first time. All right, the Valenti VOD. See how it starts. All right, needs a little bit of a cut off the rippy. Publish. All right. Trump's crash out continues, ladies and gentlemen. Save, acknowledge, confirm. That's done. All right, let's make a quick advertisement for that. Valenti bots, transform and roll out. All right, let's make an advertisement for it. Trump went on a QAnon crash out all night. He couldn't fucking sleep, so he started posting shit about hanging Democrat lawmakers and depictions of the Capitol burning with him, AI generated, of course, and with a Q on his collar, and it says, "Do it, Q." Just straight up death cult shit. But granted, he's got dementia, so I kind of expect this sort of behavior from him. On top of that, Marco Rubio announced that the quote unquote peace deal between Russia and Ukraine, it was actually written by the Russians, probably Kirill Dmitriev, and then translated into English and given to us, and that literally we didn't construct it. The peace plan, by the way, is it's just a Russian wish list. It gives like 80% of the land to the Russians. It gives them Luhansk, Donetsk, the Zaporizhia regions. The Ukrainian military has to shrink down. They can never join NATO. It's just a way for Putin to set up another springboard for another invasion of Ukraine, probably in a couple of months or years. Granted, Donald Trump can't say or do anything that Putin doesn't want because, as we know, Putin has blackmail because of Jeffrey Epstein and Mossad gathering blackmail on Donald Trump. So that. What else? X had this new feature, Twitter, Elon Musk put this new feature that revealed the locations of where all of these accounts originated. And it's something like millions of MAGA accounts are actually bots from Nigeria and fucking India and the Middle East and Africa. Pretty crazy. Oh, the DHS's official account, Department of Homeland Security's official account, originated in Tel Aviv. What else? Zoran, you fucked up. You did fuck up, Zoran, and I don't think it was a mistake. Zoran endorsed Hakeem Jeffries, Apex Shakur, as the minority leader if the Democrats win in 2026, which is fucking deranged. The guy's received over $1.7 million from AIPAC. I vehemently disagree with you on this one, Zoran. Granted, I think that he's got the idea that he wants to be able to convert the establishment Democrats into progressive socialists, whereas people like me, I want to replace the establishment Democrats with progressive socialists. But who knows? Who knows? I don't know what his fucking plan is, but I ain't like some MAGA cultist where I'm just going to ride that fucking wave no matter what. No. Like you said, Zoran, in that interview, we have to voice our differences in opinions, especially with our leaders. And I'm voicing mine right the fuck now, brother. I got a whole new YouTube video on this. Go check it out. Go check it out. Go check it out. That's pretty good, right? What a day. Full coverage on YouTube. Dude, chill. What did I do? Do you like Parker? I think that those three, Parker, Dean, and Harry, are, I mean, they're good, but they're young. They're neoliberals. I think as they age, they might realize that the Democrat Party doesn't give a fuck about them, and they may get a little bit better. All right, that's on TikTok. Now this is going to go on Instagram. I gotta wait for it to load. There it is. Every day we get closer to Chris running for president when he's old enough. If we still have elections by the time I'm old enough, who the fuck knows? Excuse me. Teasing you with Bella Ciao? I didn't touch the cube. Was the cube moving? I didn't do nothing. Uffy's in there. Uffy has been in there for weeks. Anyways, how do you think Maduro's presidency is going to end? It's going to be violent. For the $5, would you consider doing a deep dive into the gutting of the Department of Education? It would be helpful. OALDSA. Yeah, I could do that. I'd have to do a deep dive before I made that video, though. But I do know that the Department of Education is being completely and totally uprooted. It's being fucking destroyed. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 mattina mi sono alzato. Crazy shit, gang. Crazy shit. Let's see what else we got on Twitter. I'm going to end the live relatively soonish.
No, look, this is still Donald Trump's Republican Party, and we can see it here. It's like a rock, to quote Bob Seger. I mean,
Holy
take a look
fuck.
here. Republicans who approve of Trump. 6 months ago, it was 87%. Now, well, hello, it's the same number. It's 87%. He has not lost any support among Republicans compared to 6 months ago.
Dude, this is why, like, I've been telling you, like, you are genuinely up against, like, inferior individuals. They're not capable of thinking for themselves. They're not capable of criticizing the Fuhrer.
As I said at the beginning, he's like a rock. He's like a rock. The Republican base is sticking by Donald Trump at this point in time.
It really is interesting to watch his overall approval rating go down, 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 but see
That's
this
just
be
not true, though. It is true. The low approval rating is among Americans. Americans, by and large, do not support Donald Trump. It's like 33%. This is not a poll of Americans. This is a poll of Republicans. And these MAGA Republicans, as we know, they're not Americans. They role play as Americans. They fucking hate America. They fucking hate democracy. They fucking hate the Constitution. They fucking hate you. These are not Americans. These are just MAGA Republicans. These are Trumpians. It is a cult.
Constant here.
It is among independents. It is not among Republicans.
Okay, so how does this compare to past presidents in a second term?
Yeah, okay. I think this gives the game away, right? Which is Donald Trump, if you look at 21st century presidents, own party approval at this point in term two. Who leads the pack? It's Donald John Trump. 87% of Republicans approve of Donald John Trump. You go back to 2013, 78% of Democrats.
Oh, that's a good point, Avi. I wonder if the Republican Party also got smaller. But we do know there was a recent poll of, like, people, there was a census of people, like, do you identify as a Republican or a Democrat? And the Republicans had the lowest census that they've had in a long time. So you are right. They may be maintaining the same percentages, but losing the amount of registered voters. That's a very valid point.
Supported Barack Obama, and it was 78% of Republicans who supported George W. Bush back in 2005 at this point. So Donald Trump has the biggest own party, highest own party approval of any president who served their entire second term in the 21st century.
You could look at this one of two ways. You could say, obviously, he's doing way better than past presidents. Or you could say, there is still room to settle. If there is a reversion to the mean here, if that does fall further, that could chip into his overall approval rating. Okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene, resigning from Congress in January. One of the concerns is that Donald Trump backed someone in a primary against her. How has Donald Trump done in his congressional endorsements?
You know, when you go up against Donald Trump, you're going up against a buzzsaw, because Donald Trump's endorsement record is, it's hard to find anyone else who beats it. Times Trump endorsees won GOP primaries. In 2020, it was 98%. 2022, it was 95%. In 2024, it was 96%. And I will note, the majority of times that Donald Trump backed a challenger to an incumbent like Marjorie Taylor Greene, that challenger won a majority of the time. The bottom line is this. There was a real reason why Marjorie Taylor Greene decided, you know what, it's not worth the fight, because more times than not, when you go up against Donald Trump in a Republican primary, you lose.
Not just more times than not, almost all times.
Almost all of the times, yeah.
Based on these. All right, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's saying she's not going to run for president, but there are other.
That data cannot be real. Probably is, guys. You need to understand, like, it's not a joke. It's a cult. We're not using hyperbolic language when we say that MAGA is a cult. It's not a political party. Political parties have disagreements. They have, like, you know, branches. This is simply a fucking cult. Obi says, dude, I wonder if Zoran's Hakeem position is going to affect the transition fundraising. Probably fucking is, man. I mean, a lot of people are going to take that, like, very poorly. A lot of young people are not going to donate any dollars to the transition team now that they know that, like, he's endorsing Hakeem Jeffries. I think that was such a major fuck up by Zoran that I don't even think he has calculated that decision properly. It is such a major fuck up, dude. Huh. I mean, Hakeem Jeffries just voted to disavow the horrors of socialism. He just voted to disavow the horrors of socialism. He also refused to endorse Zoran, and now you're going to endorse him? It makes no fucking sense. It's pussy shit. It is straight up pussy shit, dude. Pussy shit.
What did you think of him? I liked him. Yep.
Oh my God, they're talking about Vladimir Putin. You see, Cuomo's probably going to run for Senate. That fucking predator does not understand what the word no means. Fuck off, bro. Just fuck off.
What did you think of him? I liked him. Yep. I thought he was straight up with me. Of course, by the way, I've said that. And you can imagine, by the way, I say that, I get pilloried. Oh my gosh, you're actually
saying
saying
called communication, which many people would say, you know, I shouldn't have had because Putin is a bad guy. I don't regard Putin as a bad guy. That is a
You don't regard Putin as a bad guy? Retire. In disgrace. You fucking piece of shit. He's a mass murderer. He's literally a mass murderer. Putin has killed hundreds of thousands of people. What the this guy's the special envoy to Ukraine. This is the guy in charge of the peace deal. He's a fucking mass murderer.
regard Putin as a bad guy. That is a complicated situation, that war, and all the ingredients that led up to it. And it's, you know, it's never just one person, right? So I think we're gonna figure it out.
What did you?
It's literally a different reality. These fucking people live in a completely different reality, bro. What is this? Trump posted this? When? Where? Where did he post that?
So let's talk.
What? Oh my God. Oh my God. I might have to make a video. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Trump posted this on Truth Social. The traitors that told the military to disobey my orders should be in jail right now, not roaming the fake news networks trying to explain that what they said was okay. It wasn't and never will be. It was sedition at the highest level, and sedition is a major crime. There can be no other interpretation of what they said. Many great legal scholars agree that the Democrat traitors that told the military to disobey my orders as president have committed a crime of serious proportion. And then he posted this. None shall escape his justice. With Trump in like a Warhammer 40K giant fascist king uniform with Chuck Schumer and, oh, what the fuck is that? I forgot her fucking name. And that piece of shit. Is that Elizabeth Warren? It probably is. Oh, he also posted, the Democrat Party has become the party of domestic terrorists. Okay.
Let's talk.
What the fuck? MAGA, you're gonna support all of this, right? Because you're just like totally okay with everything he fucking does, right? All right. Can you imagine the Thanksgiving pardoning of the turkey? Bro, he's probably just gonna fucking molest it. He's probably just gonna molest the turkey. Keep scrolling up, you missed a few things. All right, I saw the rest of this. Thanks, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. MAGA will support anything and everything. Yes, they will. They will never, ever, ever abandon him. Wants to bar foreign citizens from holding office? That's expected. When will you go back to your history recap videos? When fascism is no longer a looming threat in my nation. General Kenobi. General Kenobi. Hello there. All right, that's uploaded on TikTok and Instagram. Hello there. Oh.
Why isn't Donald Trump coming tomorrow? Because he has a 4-year-old mentality, and he's having a he's having a tantrum.
The sign, dude, the sign in the back. That's so fucking funny. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks for becoming a member for 2 months.
And
he would be the ones to do.
Bella ciao, Mr. Principacci. Signor Principacci. Bella ciao, bella ciao. Deport Melania? Absolutely. Absolutely deport Melania. I don't got a palate cleanser for you. I got to upload more. All right. I'm out of here, guys. Have a good one. Thank you very much for tuning into the Valenti live stream. I appreciate you all. I will see you tomorrow or later today if something crazy happens, all right? Bye, guys. Bye, guys.